have a little bit of incredible pushback that you may or may not have heard of. So we'll see what happens. Hello, and welcome to this Real Under. And I do have a couple of stories, which to me, I'm thinking this is, dare I say, this is a trend or something that people have been waiting to see. But we have some, to me, what I consider an incredible pushback. And it's going to be from the medical end, and then it looks like even on the law enforcement side of this. So take a quick little break here to say thanks to our patron subscribers and of course the viewers like yourself, and I'll be right back. And I'll be back to say hello and thank you so much for coming in. All right, and this is a real under, and I will see how real I can make it and how far under we can go. But I have two stories for you, and one of them comes out of New York, and the other one will be it's a report out of Arizona. And I'm going to start with the first one. Looks like we've got John H. Roberts Jr. as well as Marcy T. Thank you for coming back. I think both of you were here earlier. And hello to Awesome Alice. So yeah, let's get going here. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I appreciate it. And so yeah, I'm trying to break. This may not be breaking for you, but I'm going to share it. Okay, so the subject of this this story is going to be it looks like we have a New York hospital that has been forced to temporarily stop delivering babies after several staff quit over the mocktail mandate. So I just don't quite know where they think they're going to go with this. How successful do they think they're going to be with this thing? I don't know. I'm going to go into it, and it looks like they stand to lose more. So we'll get into that one. And then um, the second one is going to be we have cops being labeled out of Arizona as a lawless because they refuse to mandate the mocktails. And so you've kind of got a bit of a testimonial, a big testimonial. I'm not sure if I'll get dinged for this one. We'll see. We'll see. But like I said, I think we've been conditioned to do what we're told by the elite for so long that, I guess this is going to be, this is going to start. So let's go ahead and jump right in. And thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. So, yes, I really appreciate it. So we're going to go there. We're going to go there right now. We'll start with our NY stories. Anybody from NY in the house with us? So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I won't spill the beans. Let's go ahead and dig in here. And thank you guys so much for coming in. And for those of you that are returning from earlier, I appreciate you very much. And if you're not getting those notifications, I encouraged earlier it's probably helpful if you jump on some of these other sites as well. I think Twitch is actually really quick. I think Twitch is pretty, they're kind of on the dime when it comes to, getting the notifications out. So Twitch, and then also the other one, if you don't want to deal with Twitch, try Odyssey. And maybe I'll walk you guys through that. So I really appreciate it. We're going to take this one from the AP. And then Marcy T says, I got this one. Okay, hang on just a second. I'm operator error here. So hang on just a second. Operator error. As long as I've been doing this, you would think, okay, I'm not having issues. But, I make mistakes. And okay, so I'm going to get it together right now. All right. So we're going to go to the story in which this is from the business. We'll take the one from the Business Insider. And yeah, it's going to be out of the Lewis County Health System. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so according to this is from your Business Insider. A New York hospital has been forced to temporarily stop delivering babies after several staff quit over the mocktail mandate. Zara Tayeb looks like is the pen woman or pen men in this one. All right, the hospital plans to focus on recruiting nurses who are mocktailed. Point one, the mass resignation of maternity staff means a New York hospital will pause delivering babies. At least 6 Lewis County general workers opted to quit rather than get mocktailed. And now that was reported from the 7 News, but also more of there's a local report on it as well. So I kind of cross-referenced that to and check some others to see the consistency on the numbers. Here, the key maternity service will pause after September 24th, so mocktail staff can be hired. All right. According to this, Lewis County General Hospital in Lowville, New York, will temporarily stop delivering babies after several maternity unit workers resigned over the CV mandate, mocktail mandate. And at least 6 of these employees in the maternity unit quit because they didn't want to get mocktailed. Another 7 are undecided about doing so, according to Lewis County Health System Chief Executive Officer Gerald Cater. The hospital will be unable to safely staff the unit, Cater told 7 News, and will pause the service after September 24th. Quote, if we can pause the service and now focus on recruiting nurses who are mocktailed, we will be able to re-engage in delivering babies here in Lewis County. End quote, Cater said. Cater told the outlet he hoped the situation will be temporary. He said he planned to work with the State Department of Health to ensure the maternity unit won't permanently close down. According to Cater, 165 employees are yet to be mocktailed against the CV-19. The remaining 464 hospital workers have received their mocktail nations. In a recent announcement, the former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo enforced a new policy to help combat the spread of the CV-19 in the state. The policy required all healthcare workers at hospitals to get mocktailed by September 27th. Cater said the announcement pushed 30 employees to get mocktailed, while another 30 quit. Quote, our hope is, as we get closer to the deadline, the number will increase of individuals who are mocktailed. Fewer individuals will leave, and maybe, with a little luck, some of those who have resigned will reconsider, end quote. And that's Cater from Cater News. Cater, and he told the 7 News that. So I'm thinking, I don't know how they think they're going to fare in this situation. And see, we have a nurse in the house, which is Marcy T, and Marcy T understands that industry very well. And she's a key thing here, trained properly. Like, can you imagine if they, the quality of what they'll get if this situation, if they just get anybody to come in and do, because people have to be trained properly, and of course, I'd imagine experience leads, lead either by example or by experience. And I'm not sure if you just, if you want to risk that. So yeah. And Marcy T says, see, Marcy T, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. I really do. And we'll keep going here. So, I'll do what I did earlier. So if you're interested, I'll just put it here. But I couldn't resist this one. All right. Cooperate, please. So if you've got something for us, let us know. So I'm going to move us on to the next thing. Now, I don't know. I'm actually surprised that this next situation is actually still on, Facebook. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and share that one with you as well. Thank you so much for coming in. Let me say hi, maybe read a couple of comments before I move us on to the cops in Arizona. And once again, thank you so much for coming in. Awesome, Alice. It's nice to see you. And John H. Roberts, how's it going over on Twitch? Yeah, because I don't know. I may have to see how we're faring over on Odyssey, because I think Odyssey and Twitch, I think, are much more reliable when it comes to notification. I'm not saying that you need to be how active that I think you'll actually end up being over there, but it might be good in terms of just getting out the, just making sure you actually get the notification. So, that's kind of what I'm on about in that regard. So let's do the next one here. So I'm going to try to play this one. This next one is, I think, about 12 minutes long. We'll see. I don't know, these people, these overlords, they might try to pull the plug. And John H. Roberts says, I received a notification. All right. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. So let me take you over to that story. Hi, friends in code. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. All right. So let's just have a look at this one. Now, I kind of follow the lead on this one. TYT, I'm not exactly familiar with that, but it says these cops refuse to enforce the mocktail mandates. So let's just see this. This is out of Arizona. Was it Pinal County Sheriff's Office? So we'll see. I'm curious how they're lasting over there on Facebook. All right, guys. So give me just a second here. I'm going to share that with you. Appreciate you guys so much for coming in on this Real Lander. All right, so we're going to go over to the lawless cops. So we'll go to the lawless cops. Hello, Spirit of Liberty, 1775 says, amazing times we are living in right now, folks. All right, so let's go there. We are under 15 minutes right now. So we're going to go to that liner. It's actually not a liner. I mean, we could use a liner, but I think we'll just take this interview. We'll see how long that lasts. I appreciate you guys per usual. Let's see. This is not a science project.
Alone. So whether you get the
okay. Now I think as soon as he says the V word, it's probably going to be. Dare I say, it might be lights out. It might be lights out around here, which technically it is lights out around here right now. At my discretion, but we'll see. Hang on just a second. I appreciate it. So let me see if I can just kind of get this to open up and hopefully he won't use, because I haven't watched the thing in the entirety. Hopefully he won't use the mighty V word too many times, because they might get me. I don't know. You guys know what happens. Okay, so let's see. All right, within the first few seconds, I think you'll get the. Hang on just a second. It looks like, all right, fade to black there. And then here we go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Sheriffs across the country are panicking over vaccine mandates that do not exist. Now, I'm a proponent of vaccine mandates, but these individuals are not, because they believe in all sorts of conspiratorial garbage. But the story actually gets even worse than that. Here's Sheriff Mark Lamb of the Pinal County Sheriff's Department. This is in Arizona. Here's what he has to say about proposed vaccine mandates.
Hey folks, Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb here. With the increase in private businesses and even government organizations talking about mandating the vaccine, I wanted to let you know that here at the Pinal County Sheriff's Office, we do not mandate the vaccine. And as long as I'm your sheriff, we will never mandate the vaccine. We believe that your health choices are yours and yours alone. So whether you get the vaccine or don't get the vaccine, that's your private information. Here, we believe in America and freedom, and we're going to continue on with that. God bless.
All right, short and sweet, right? Right to the point, right? So there you go. You have that. So yeah, so I thought maybe these are, like I said, this is the kind of to me the pushback that I think people have been talking about, or to me, I would think that we would see a lot more, but I don't know. So let me just go through and read some comments. Hi, Melinda Ann Burns is here. Thank you so much for coming in, Melinda Ann Burns. It's nice to see you. And who else do we have? We still have Marcy T. And Friends in Code says lawless cops. And Marcy T says, they said because they are not enforcing the mocktail. And Marcy T says, I like him. And so that's, it's pretty much what I have for you, because I did a ton earlier today with all kinds of technical snafus. But yeah, so I don't know if this gives you any kind of, dare I say, hope, or I don't know. I don't know, but I just thought I'd share it with you. Hi, Jermaine G. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. And yeah, so, you guys might want to, go through it if you want. And that was pretty quick message there, but I would imagine that these people are going to go back and forth, out of Arizona on that situation. And I didn't bother to listen to any more of it, because clearly the person, the anchor type on this is doing her, I'm not sure how much of her personal, her personal belief is what she said, or is if she's just following the script. And Marcy T says, this is good news. So I am going to take a quick little break here. Marcy T says, anyone want to speak out? She has yes, I do. I have the link up. And then the only thing I'm going to say is just try to keep some of the terminologies or whatnot, I don't know, dare I say clinical terms. I don't know the clinical terms. I just know that somebody does. And I'm trying to set some things up before, we kind of, fold up shop here. So yeah, but, of course, if from earlier, if there's any issue, I will go back at them with it. But, so I don't know if you guys have any, dare I say, sightings or situations like that in your area. Feel free to send those to me, and we'll get them up. We'll put them up, and we'll do that. So I'm going to take, regrettably so, Marcy T. And there is a link out there, so I'll be right back. So, think about it, no pressure. Just think about it and see what you want to do. All right. Always, do what's comfortable for you first. All right. I will be right back. This show is brought to you in part by our sponsors. Whether you're interested in health, culture, politics, scripture, automobiles, or music, please check out Derek C. Williams, Killer Whale Channels, The Definition of Anarchy, Marcy T., Joseph Francis Burton, Paralysis by Analysis, Chrysler Imperial H, Little Miss Goth, AZ Infidel, Cold War Jesus, Anthony Scioli, and Let the Truth Be Told. We'll be right back right after this. Okay, what do I have here? Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in, and also I just want to do another Twitch honor roll. And yes, that Twitch honor roll has grown quite a bit, and I need to recognize that. So not to worry, I will be doing that very soon. And yeah, we'll be right back. Hey guys, it's Black Spring with Autumn here. And if you'd like to help us out with our AI and dissemination of the stream campaign, please hit that like, unlike, dare to throw caution to the wind by sharing, or just making sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. And I want to thank you for your ultimate and baseline level support here on Black Spring with Autumn. And we'll be right back right after this. All right, guys, and I guess I pretty much don't have a ton more to deal with. I mean, the only other thing I had a brief comment was that I think Rose McGowan, she joined Larry Elder, I think today. Yeah, she kind of joined him in opposition of the current Newsom regime and the, dare I say, the Dems. I mean, yeah, I think he's fighting the good fight. You know, he's hanging in there, and I don't know whether that means he's gotten better security, but he's got a huge tour bus. And so the story's going to be told, that story will be told in like just a couple of days. So we'll see. Also, if I actually have a ballot, I'll let you know about that too. I said I would do that without a doubt. So not to worry. Let's see, what else do we have? And RCT says, I was on TDOA after your show today. I'm too tired to get on. No. Get your rest. Do what you need to do. And Friends in Code says, oh, I love the computer nerd stuff. Oh, by the way, thank you, Friends in Code, for sharing out the stream. I really appreciate it. You know, those things, I think some of those things still matter to the AI. So, you know, we'll see. What else do we have? I didn't know that you got on. I mean, gosh, we'll see I missed that. I did miss it today, without a doubt. So we'll see. You know, we did talk about the Elder and the gorilla sighting earlier a couple of days ago. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know how much. I'm not thinking it's going to be a whole lot, but I think Breitbart was actually covering the interactions with the Rose McGowan story. So. Let's see. Hang on just a second here. All right. I think it's, let's see. Let me see if I can get it out here. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I appreciate it. I'm at it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I got it. Okay. So there it is. See, we'll do 3 to 5 and we're in and out, or either depending on what happens there. Yeah. So we'll see. All right. So there it is. And yeah, so it was the Breitbart story in which Rose McGowan calls on Californians to recall Gavin Newsom. Quote, "You are a fraud. We are done with your lies." So yeah, I think she was supposed to be joining. It was at 1 p.m. today. So quite a few hours ago. And yeah, we'll see what that's. I'm sure we'll hear about that. I'm not sure. Okay. Hello, it's Friends in Code. Friends in Code, what have you got for us today?
Yeah, how are you?
Good, good.
Okay. Nothing. I just wanted to come up and show some support and some love.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You know, I enjoy your show. I enjoy sitting back and listening to your opinions and how, you know, and your thoughts on things. And as far as like this big debate about vaccine, you know, my opinion is we should have a choice of our bodies, how we want to do it, and it shouldn't be forced upon you, right? You know, certain people have the abilities, you know, have actual allergic reactions, and you know, can have allergic reactions to these things. So, you know, and then I'm watching Texas do its thing. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming up and sharing that. And that's, you know, I think that's kind of I think people are much more objective about it than they're being allowed to, you know, express. And, you know, because we're just being, you know, we're being told, you know, we've been told what to do so much of our, you know, existence, you know, but we don't, how do we deal with this is, I think, what the challenge is. And yeah. So I appreciate you for coming up, and yeah. There you are. That was a quick flash.
Okay.
Quick flash. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, man. It's your show. I can see.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to share some of the pushback, because I think a lot of people are trying to figure out which way, you know, how can we respond in a situation like this. And I think this is the fact that I think this is happening in a hospital, and something as important as, you know, deliveries and that kind of a thing. I mean, can you imagine? You're going to lose, you will shut down, or people will have to go, you know, out of town or go further away to have something like that done. And it doesn't seem like they don't sound very confident, you know, that they're going to be able to maybe even replace these people. And then they have other people that are also on the fence about it. But I do think that there's more people out there like that than that's being reported.
Well, you know, and you also have to remember, each time a good cop actually tries to be a good cop, right, they get fired. So, you know, it's sad, you know.
It is. You're out of
Colorado.
Out of Colorado. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just didn't want to get it.
You're good.
Wrong.
It's all right. I won't hold it against you. You know, I mean, the only thing you can't do is call me late for dinner.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just. I just want to share some of those developments, because of course they're making local news, and some things like, you know, somebody arguing with somebody will make local news these days, but something like this will not make national news. Like like a little domestic dispute or a little spat between neighbors will make national news, but this will not make national news. So that's where, you know, that's kind of where Black Spring tries to come in at.
I think it's wonderful. I'll go ahead and step down and let you finish the show. I just wanted to come up and show the support and, you know, hopefully encourage others.
All right. Well, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Friends in Code, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friends in Code. So if you want to check him out and see what's happening over there, there you go. You've got a face and a name all together there. All right. So it looks like we are going to wrap this one up. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was Friends in Code. And yes, and thank you so much, Friends in Code. If I didn't tell you, thank you for sharing out this particular stream. I really appreciate that. In these times, I appreciate that. Okay. And Melinda Ann Burns has a comment for us. She has been taking care for 30 years of a mocktail injured child. Wow. Wow, that's incredible, Melinda Ann Burns. Thank you for sharing that. So I'm sure you have firsthand experience, or you have firsthand knowledge of things that we don't. So I appreciate you for sharing that with us. But yeah, if I have no one else, I'm going to run a couple of infomercials, and I will be right back to close out the stream. All right, guys, thank you so much once again for tuning in on this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And thank you for Friends in Code for coming up and joining us on this Real Under. So usually, I mean, sometimes I'll call these Real Unders when I'm going to break something really quickly, or yeah, I mean, when I'm not burning a whole lot of, when I'm not gussying up the presentation, I would just call it a Real Under. So I can get you in and out and get you on your way. Mad Militant is here. Thank you so much for coming in. Mad Militant, I did not finish your stream, but I will go back. I will go back and finish it. But you guys take a look at Mad Militant, because Mad Militant is certainly inspired, and he's pretty fired up right now. So thank you, Mad Militant. Hello, Tyrant's Bane, TDOA. So I just want to do a really quick recap. I know I did like some crazy digs, satire, or whatever earlier today, but so we talked about our liner that we had, came out of New York. The liner was that a New York hospital has been forced to temporarily stop delivering babies after several staff quit over the mocktail mandate, and they have others that are pending. You know, they're undecided, and they're going to pause the service after September 24th until, so they said, so the mocktail staff can be hired. But I just don't think it's not that easy. That's pretty much, to me, an oversimplification of that industry, for one. And I think for years ago, I was under the impression that there was a shortage in doctors, and I'm thinking there's probably, maybe it's a similar thing in the nurses, and maybe some other ancillary positions as well. So, and then the last one was that the Arizona cops are being deemed lawless because they are not going to be enforcing these mocktail mandates. So there you go. So, any pushback sightings or pushback things you guys want to share or let me know about, you do have my email address. And this has been a Real Under. So I just want to say salute to everyone. And yes, TDOA, I heard you had a great session today. No less, as always. You guys probably want to make sure you take a look at Tyrant's Bane TDOA. He's always delivering. He's always blazing over on his channel as well. So just check him out, as well as Mad Militant. And yeah, I mean, I always, even though it's not a grow stream, I've always tried to encourage you guys to get to know the people that you are, in the chat room with. You never know. So yeah, just, at your leisure, at your comfort level, let's say that. But only do it if you are. And use your discernment is what I would say. we're available. Okay, so John H. Roberts, thank you. John H. Roberts Jr., thank you so much for coming in. And Marcy T, thank you so much, Marcy T. And thank you for coming in earlier today. I really appreciate it. And also, Zero the Infinite was in earlier today. And we had some interesting times with technology. And what else do we have? We have Friends in Code that was on screen here just a few seconds ago, and that link is still out there. This is, you know, I'm not going to say it again. This will be the last time. Friends in Code, thank you so much for coming on. Spirit of Liberty 1775 is here, and I will make one more comment about the notifications. There are at least 3 ways to try to, you know, to get these notifications. One would be on, of course, YouTube. And then there is the LBRY, and then there's Twitch. I think Twitch is very, very swift with notifications, and I think they're not very biased. So if you're linked to any of these 2, then you won't, I think you'll be getting notifications every time, and you won't have to rely on your base subscription over here on YouTube in order just to get the notification. You'll get it because you'll be getting it from one of the other platforms. And Melinda Ann Burns is here. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you for sharing with us. Melinda Ann Burns, your story. And I hope you're doing well. And Jermaine G is here. I'm sorry, I missed a comment here. Jermaine G said, did I hear about Biden dropping a bomb on his own people and the drone strike? You know, I have kind of heard, I've heard just like a little bit of a nugget on that. But, you know, like, what was it? Like war crimes or something like that I heard, but I don't remember where I heard it from. I actually read it someplace, but I have. But what's going to be done about this at this point? I'm not sure. Isn't that kind of a part of what they do? Like, isn't that a part of their you know, their list of crimes, I guess, I would imagine. It's been done before, so I don't know. That's unfortunate, and it's tragic, and all of those things. But I don't mean to sound insensitive or desensitized, but there's no accountability for. It's worse than no accountability for these people. They just do whatever they want. Okay, and we had Friends in Code. Thank you once again for coming in, and TDOA has been in. AZ Infidel, thank you so much for coming in. See, TDOA says they all bombed the wrong people. See, there you go. I don't have to say anything. It's all done. And thank you so much, Friends in Code. I really appreciate it, because I will tell you guys, I don't know how much more crazy things are going to get, but you know, if we go like to a totally different platform, you know, it helps to have you guys around, and of course it helps to have your support. So if you're considering that, you know, have a look around, and yeah, I appreciate it. And Tyrant Spain TDOA, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Mad Militant, and Friends in Code says, sorry, I missed the previous stream. No problem. I appreciate you for coming in. You know, it's not a problem. All right. And yes, I'm going to be saying salute to everyone and wish you a great start to your week. And like I said, if you have any sightings or anything, you can share those with me via email, or of course you could just come on at some point. But, you know, I usually try to do something relevant to what I'm actually covering on these streams. But yeah, that's all for now out here. Hang on, I have one more comment here from AZ Infidel. He says, I'm satisfied they outed themselves and finally declared war on the American people. Yeah, they're certainly not hiding it, right? They're certainly not doing that. Okay, so I appreciate you guys for coming in and your support. And Marcy T says, yes, it will force the hands. So I don't know. I almost want to show that clip that I did earlier today. the one with, I don't know if you were here earlier today. it's just the mocking of the VP. It's just more than well deserved. So if you were here earlier today, just give me a 1 in the chat. I know I recognize at least one person that was here earlier today. And you guys know about how crazy that one, but I think it was very accurate. The YouTuber that was commenting on Harris and her, to me, it's just incompetence. She's just not, she's pretty uncomfortable in her own skin, And AZ Infidel says 80 million was an interesting number. Okay. All right. So we are done and we're coming in at 42 minutes and 7 seconds. So Marcy T, are you voting for a repeat right now as a closer? I think it's a little too much for a closer. I really do. It certainly doesn't have you simmer down. It actually kind of winds you up. It kind of cranks you up a little bit. So I don't know if I want to crank you guys up on a Monday on the way out. Marcy says yes. See, you're already laughing about it. Oh my God. It's so intense, but it's so funny. I don't know. Maybe I'll save it. Maybe I'll do it again later. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking they might try to ding me on that, but maybe not. I don't know if they care about it. Marcy says, yeah, then I'll be calling in again. Well, answer the call. Like, you guys can answer the call. Anytime I put the link out there, just answer the call. All right, guys. Let's just go ahead and we'll say salute from now. And you guys have a great rest of your Sunday / see, am I getting more comments here? Friends in Code says, let them ding. Let them ding. All right. It seems like do you guys want to see this? It seems like you guys are forcing my hand a little bit here. I'm trying not to do it. I know I mentioned it, but I don't know. It's just hysterical to me. I couldn't pull that off. And AZ Infidel says, with a population of 350 million and supposedly somewhere around 50% jabbed, that would make the unmocktailed around 175 million. So who are the 80 million? I'm going to be honest, AZ, I've seen so many different numbers reported on the actual population of this place. And I don't have any idea. It just seems like they report the same. It seems like people were saying 325 or 322 million people. And I'm like, and then I have 330 million people. And then I don't know. And Friends in Code says, please. Okay. You guys twisted my arm. So we're going to go for it one more time. Now, I will say this is an X. You guys have probably seen him do this before, and he did it on a different occasion. But this time he's doing it in reference to all the things that are going on. And Melinda Ann Burns says it must be using the new math. And AZ says, I think he slipped with the with the Trump supporter number. Okay. All right, guys. I am trying to. Marcy T says it's more like 10 to 30% are. Is that what you guys are? You guys thinking that okay? Let me just make sure we're getting on the same page here. And of course, you guys can always just pick up the phone here, answer the call. Just answer the call. Are you guys thinking that the numbers that they're reporting are? How dare you think those numbers aren't correct? Do you guys think that those numbers are way off? 50%, that would make the unmocktailed around 175. Yeah, I can't really. I'm not following very well. And AZ says that is a possibility, Marcy. They've been lying about the numbers, and that's why they're so pissed. There you go. There you go. All right, guys. I think, hi, Awesome Alice. She says the numbers are off completely. And Matt Militant says, send her my way. I'll get her right. Okay. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to end up sparing you. It looks like I have 10 people in this place right now. Let's see. Who do we have over on Twitter? I mean, not Twitter, but Twitch. We have one there. And he says, since when are we getting truthful information in the past 2 years? Yeah, fair point. Fair point there. All right, guys. I think I'm going to save. I'm just going to do it again. Who cares? Let her rip, right? So let me go ahead and give you a brief synopsis. So this is an ex-military veteran, and he's pretty aggravated with this whole situation. And and I'll just let him speak for himself. So I showed this earlier today, but I figure you guys are here now. So let's just go for it again.
Nothing about Afghanistan. And then downtown Willie Brown, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, what do you think about Afghanistan, how things were handled and Americans being left over there? Kamala Harris, Ms. Vice President, Joe Biden is actually giving you the authority to handle the crisis at the southern border with all the refugees, I'm going to call them refugees, coming across. What are y'all doing and making moves to secure the southern border? Y'all like a kid, man. That damn woman laugh at every damn thing. Like she on crack. Vice President Harris, what do you think about Joe Biden stating before the drawdown and the actual exit from Afghanistan that he said you're not going to see anything like in Saigon in 1975 where helicopters is going to be on top of buildings transporting Americans into a safe zone? Me and Joe have an understanding, and the understanding it is. This is the type of damn people that we got leading this country. One person can't stay awake, and the other person is a damn literal Jezebelic laughing stock. Laugh at every damn thing. Ms. Vice President, tomorrow will be the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks on the Twin Towers in New York. You care to say anything about that? Yeah. Wow! Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the
Okay.
Wearing thin, you bald head.
Okay. This was intense.
See? See, I thank God. See, that's Danny calling me right now, trying to save my mouth.
All right, so we've got all kinds of responses coming out here, and yeah, that was a bit loaded. Okay, but I think we get the drift here. So I think a lot of people are kind of, we're getting a little bit, people are getting upset, and they're expressing themselves in their in their own way. But I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, and yeah, so we'll see what happens industry wide, and thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you for sharing, for all the shares that we have. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday night / Monday.